just like look at how many. There's just so many. It's like as far as I can see.
It's like an army. It's kind of creepy. I don't know.
I hate grocery shopping.
I love grocery shopping. It's my highlight.
So maybe we won't get to that. Maybe we'll just find a new need for people.
Servicing robots.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Ethan. This is Angela. We are an American couple that look at, react to like things outside the U.S. mostly. Yeah. Anyway, guys,
out of our normal realm.
Today we're going to be taking a look into a Tom Scott video.
We haven't done that in a while.
I was going to say, it has been a minute.
No. It's been like months.
Okay, but the saying is it's been a minute. Anyway, guys, the reason mostly why is because he's very big on his copyrights.
Yes.
Absolutely understand.
We've gotten personal emails from him because of it.
Well, like I said previously, the fact that he even reached out personally.
Yes, that was
just
really
shows
sweet.
How great of a person he is. Because his time is worth way more than mine.
He went in and explained in detail why it's copyright, why he cherishes his videos, and we totally understand. He'll still let us post them though.
So we're doing this today because I want to just have a conversation with you guys because there's some philosophical things that this video is about. I actually have seen this video. My wife has not, so I wanted to share. I kind of talked with her a little bit about it, but when I saw this video, it just blew my mind. The fact that you guys have this over in the UK. I don't think we have anything like this over here in the US yet. Anyway, guys, the video is how many robots does it take to run a grocery store? This is insane, and it brought up, like I said, a lot of philosophical questions that I want to talk about at the end. Not political. There's just some deep questions I have now because of this. But anyway, we're going to check this out. Her for the first time.
I'm confused.
This is a grocery packing warehouse in the southeast of London. Folks have ordered their groceries online, and instead of people walking up and down the aisles of a traditional grocery store to pick up items, these little devices move more than 1 million items every day between them. Instead of trying to build machines that fit into a world designed for humans, this entire facility, the size of 7 football fields, is custom built to make this as efficient as possible. I cannot get across on camera just how incredibly large this whole place is. The top speed of those boxes is about 14 kilometers an hour, and they pass within like 5 millimeters of each other when they move. So, how many robots are there in the hive? Well, that depends on how you count them.
I did want to say, based off my personal experience, I used to work at a Walmart distribution center, and they said they pick like 1 million items. We were picking cases there, like full cases.
Yeah.
But I think on each shift there was roughly like 100,000 cases for like 40 order fillers.
Well, you were order filling for an entire store.
Yeah, I know.
This is just for individuals.
I don't know though.
They said that in the beginning.
Oh, it's for individuals?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, what I was gonna say is, in a day, I think it averaged between 300,000 and 600,000 cases of product.
That was a big warehouse.
It's shipped out of that warehouse every single day.
And it was food.
So roughly, this thing, even with as many robots as they have, it would probably be replacing between 300 and 600 jobs between like the order fillers, the forklift drivers.
All the people involved.
Just like the truckers that are unloading and loading the trucks, like everything involved, it probably easily replaces like 300 or 600 people.
Wow.
Every single day.
For that size of a warehouse.
I would assume, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that depends on how you count them.
What you're looking at behind me is the hive. We've got the grid, which is the metal structure. It's filled with product. So that product is housed within what we call totes, or these open boxes that you can see at the top of the grid. We have around 2,300 bots, and they move the stock around the warehouse so that we can pair it up with customer orders to be delivered. The bots will move in the X and Y direction. They can also move in the Z direction. So we have a cable hoist system that means that they can lower down a gripper assembly and grab onto the stock that we have in the grid. In some areas we have as deep as 21 totes all in a line. We have sensors underneath the bot that mean that every time it passes over one of the squares on the grid, it has a laser underneath it that can tell when it moves over that cell. So it will say, I've passed a cell, I've passed a cell, I've passed a cell. We have around 58,000 different types of individual products within the grid.
That's a lot.
We use huge amounts of data that we gather to understand what customers are most likely to order and place them in the easiest to reach locations for bots. All of that combined means that we can have stock into the warehouse and out again.
It's insane how close they get.
Yeah.
Like 5 millimeters is nothing.
I was also going to say, it seems pretty efficient, this method.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Everything just very organized and stuff.
I feel like this place, like this is more of an experiment money-wise, but if they can master it and make it cheaper, like in 10 years,
yeah, like
it could pay for itself. I feel like this has to run at a negative right now.
Oh, for the first time, yeah.
Oh yeah, it probably. I have no idea. It might be like
I know
10
the
or
bots
20
all
years.
seem pretty. Once you get them all down, they seem pretty simple.
Maybe I could be wrong.
From our suppliers into a delivery van in just 5 hours.
The robots deliver their crates over to the packing area. Some of that packing is done by humans, but there are mechanical arms as well. One of the big problems they've got to solve is that grocery packaging is designed for people, and the interactions between all the objects they deal with can be complicated.
Currently we're standing underneath the grid structure that we saw earlier. The robots that we saw are actually dropping off products to the station. Once they're dropped off, they become in control of the robot, and the robot decides how to pick them before the grid robot picks up the tote and takes it away again. There's 2 3D cameras above the totes, so it takes an image of the storage box before it picks from it, decides on the best grasp point, confirm that the product is correct, and then place it into a customer shopping. And it's doing all of that on live customer orders. We make sure that we don't mix something that was heavy with something that's soft. There are things that the robot can't pack, things such as very, very heavy, very large, or very fragile items, but there's a lot of range in between that.
I know one thing that was big in Walmart was quality, meaning like if you pick the wrong product. I wonder if this place is like way less of that. Like it's probably very, very exact.
Yeah, like
they
how
don't
many mistakes they make.
Yeah, they probably don't make hardly mistakes at all unless something glitches.
Yeah. That's a lot of Cadbury.
Fairly safe to call each individual packing arm a robot. Each one has a separate controller, and it has to make a lot of decisions in real time using cameras and sensors on each individual arm. But here in the Hive, it's not quite as simple.
Controlling all of this is what we refer to as the hive mind, so this artificial intelligence system that controls everything. Once the stock comes in, from that exact point that it enters the system, the hive mind will track its every single movement. The hive mind will tell the bots exactly where they need to stop, but it is the bot's control system that allows it to follow a movement profile and stop exactly as the hive mind expects it to. There's just a 5mm gap between bots, so that's both as they pass each other and if they stop next to a bot as well. This bot with the orange light may have experienced something within its sensors and all of those readings it's taking, that when it feeds that back to the hive mind, it's not quite what the hive mind was expecting. So it just brings it to a safe stop.
Wow, just like look at how many. There's just so many. It's like as far as I can see, it's just little robots.
The little eyes. It's like an army. It's kind of creepy.
I'm kind of wondering if you can go out there and work on them if need be.
Oh.
I'm sure you could. There's probably some manual thing to keep people.
Like, do you have to like stop everything to go out?
You might have to stop an area.
Yeah, maybe.
That when it feeds that back to the hive mind, it's not quite what the hive mind was expecting. So it just brings it to a safe stop for investigation. We do have a number of grid operators that sit at the edge of the grid, and they're able to use our CCTV system that we have above the grid to look at exactly what's going on with that bot, and they can try and fix that remotely and send commands to the bot wirelessly.
The boundary between individual and group is a little blurry. Is a termite colony and a collection of individuals working together, or one big superorganism? Is the microbiome in your gut part of you? Because in the last couple of decades, scientists have started to work out that the bacteria in your digestive system produce and consume neurotransmitters that affect how you think. But most people wouldn't consider their gut bacteria to be part of them. We tend to ascribe intelligence and identity to things that act at roughly our scale. It's easy to look at the hive, see the moving boxes and go, okay, 2,000 robots. But with only one controller and the boxes just following the paths they're given, I'd say there's a good argument that that is one robot with 2,000 ways to interact with the world.
Interesting. I guess I could see that point, it being one robot, but I would think I would consider it multiple
It's like
robots.
one robot with 2,000 arms.
Yes.
So what did you think? I have seen this several times.
I found it really interesting. It's really cool that we have that kind of technology that
we
can
don't.
do. Well, society in general. I mean, we as a group of human beings have this technology, and it's really cool that they're able to do this. And it seems really efficient, honestly. Me personally, though, I love grocery shopping. That's like my favorite kind of shopping, honestly, because it's something I need. I can justify buying it. I don't know.
I hate grocery shopping.
I love grocery shopping. It's my highlight.
I would absolutely use it. It's the only thing I feel like when it comes to produce.
Yes,
'Cause
that's
you
the
can't
one
pick
thing.
it. So I don't know if they just have like a super high quality there, because I feel like people like, you know, if they get like a smash or like, you know, really ripe bananas
tomato or
bruised
something.
food or something, I feel like there'd be complaints there.
Yeah.
So anyway, coming to the philosophical question of the video that this brought up to me was just, as we keep progressing with more and more robotic technology that is doing away with human work. I know this is a topic that a lot of people have talked about and stuff, because like I said, my own experience, I would estimate that this type of warehouse probably at least replace 300 to 600 people. Not saying that like it's a career job, but you know, people that are young, people that are going to college, people that just want their own free time, they work in these kind of places.
Right.
I mean, I even know some people that had like college degrees and they still worked in a warehouse because they liked, at least in my warehouse, it was a 4-day week, which is huge over here in the U.S., having 3-day weekends at a warehouse.
And get paid decently.
Yeah, and get paid decently. Like, it was, a ton of people would do it just so that they could get the 3-day weekend. Either way, though, is it good that we're getting to a point with all these robotics, like self-checkouts, robotic grocery or warehouses, like we're replacing all these jobs. Is it good that we're getting to a point where in these developed countries that we're going to have people not working and have to have a universal basic income just to be able to live in society?
Yeah.
Is it good that we're getting to a point that we're doing away with probably millions of jobs?
Right, because, like, yes, the technology is really cool and it's advanced and it seems helpful, like it's fulfilling these things, but it's taking it away from an individual. Now, just to say something on this particular video, this kind of thing wouldn't exist unless it was in the robot form. You still have the grocery store, like they do that at like our Walmart grocery stores. They have order fillers, and I think other grocery store chains are doing that as well, but it doesn't need to be on that scale because they still have the store. If we didn't have the stores, this would come in handy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I could see this being a big thing, especially during COVID, but I don't know if people still prefer that.
I guess also, though, if you did look at sanitary-wise, though, it's a lot cleaner.
Is it, though? Because there's still a lot of hydraulics and oils.
No, absolutely, no. Like, yeah, it's absolutely like...
I mean, they're all probably electric.
No, especially with COVID, it's definitely way more sanitized, I would imagine.
So. I don't know. It seems very efficient and very cool.
That was the philosophical thing for me. Obviously, the argument could be made over the past, like, 200 years, we've had huge advancements. Like, I will just say, like, digging machines, cutting trees.
That's true.
It used to be it used to take, you know, an army to, like, clear a forest, and now it takes a few people and
hours.
A few people and huge machines. We've advanced, and people have found jobs elsewhere.
Right.
So maybe we won't get to that. Maybe we'll just find a new need for people to do. I don't know.
Servicing robots.
Yeah. I'm usually very pro technology in the sense that it does make life very easy and convenient. But is it going to be a point where it will be a problem?
There you go.
Anyway, guys, that is the question for the day.
Comment below your thoughts.
Huge shout out to Tom Scott for just doing these very random videos that I don't think would get highlighted otherwise. And honestly, this is one of those videos that I've watched several times, but it's one of those you watch the first time and then you have to like immediately go back and rewatch it. You probably planned that purposely to get tons of views. But anyway, guys, that's it. And as always, please be safe, take care, look after one another, and as always, cheers.